Video 8, we're reading a distance versus time graph. So there's a handful of graphs to go over with this one. So if our graph at any portion has a positive slope, that means we're moving away from our starting point. That could be we're going away from home. I walk to the store from home. I'm going away from my home at if it's a straight line, it's a constant speed. So it's a positive slope. That means we're moving away from our starting point, which is usually like home or school or something like that. Now, if it is a positive slope, the steepness, meaning how straight up and down it is, tells us if we're going faster or slower. Here are 3 different graphs, 1, 2, and 3. The steeper the slope, the faster we're going. So what I mean by steeper, more straight. I don't think I'm going to fit this in here. Straight. Oh, I did. Oh, I forgot an H. More straight up and down. If it's more straight up and down, meaning it's more this way, it's faster. So graph 1 is the fastest because it's the most straight up and down. Graph 3 is the slowest because it is the flattest. And I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm just saying it's a word because it is the flattest. So the more flat we are, the slower our speed. Now, if we take a look at a negative slope, that means we're moving back towards the start. Maybe I started at my friend Parker's house, and I'm going back towards my house. Okay, so negative slope means we're moving back to our starting point, which is, again, usually like our house or something like that. Same thing applies. The steeper the slope, straight up and down. And I'll put more. The more straight up and down we are, the faster we're going. So if I look at these graphs, 1, 2, and 3, number 1 is going to be the fastest. Why? Because it's the steepest. Steepest. The slowest is going to be number 3. Why? Because it's the flattest. Again, whether it's positive or negative, the more steep the slope, the faster you're going. And again, if it's negative, we're going back towards the starting point. If it's positive, we're going away from the starting point. Now, last one here. If we take a look at this graph, if it is a zero slope, which means a horizontal line, and if we want to get even simpler, a flat line. A flat line is zero slope, which means horizontal. If you see a flat line or a horizontal line, that means zero slope. That means it's stopped. That means my distance is not changing. Distance equals not changing. Okay? Distance is not changing. That means I'm stopped. Maybe I was on a run and I stopped to tie my shoe. Maybe I was driving in a car and I got a flat tire and I had to pull over. Maybe I was driving to the store and this is the time that I was at the store. I'm not changing my distance away from home. So again, video 8, reading distance versus time graph. Positive slope means moving away. Negative slope means moving back towards. And then a zero slope is stopped. Rewind. Listen to the soothing sounds of my voice if you need to.